And we are back with more Tristrike Tuesdays, getting into our round two for gold bracket here. I believe we have, I believe the teams that we have for this one are, it's just Big Me and a silly name for now. So we're getting to see a little bit more of silly name here into our next round here. Hopefully we get to see more of that explosive gameplay they just brought out, but is it going to be enough for if it to take on It's Just Big Me, who I believe is a pretty has some pretty good players on this pickup here.
Yes, I've
Alrighty.
had most of these teams today are pickups, and seen a pretty good bit of synergy if that is the case. And I listen, I'm still blown away from the previous sets. I hope this set is as good as that last one, because it's gonna be difficult to top that, and just how amazing it was to watch.
Yeah, like both these teams are pickups, but I do believe It's Just Big Me's is mostly composed of Starwave. And getting into our set here, will that more sense of togetherness and know how to play together be what the little bit of advantage they need over a silly name here getting into our set? Seeing some pretty common comps, I'd say. Bringing out the Zimmy once again. It worked for him last time. It's going to work again as they take the zone already. Getting into the match, not letting them get anything off the ground, getting that blaster picked off, and the Zimmy goes up, just taking a lot of space,
Oh,
popping that bubble right on top of the cooler. Not going to let them have it. Getting two picks, denying them that cooler, just not letting them have it as they push up and show us this aggressive gameplay they showed in this last set here. As the slider comes out and they're just holding, not going to let anything happen. The pencil trying to find a couple picks here, able to get one, but it is not enough as we see them just going down left and right, dropping one after the other, not giving up on any space. Finally, a big me able to drop their cooler, giving some more leeway, some more leniency as we see them going in, able to find a pick on their dread, not going to let them have that slider. The zone taken over by the strikes with the bubble on top of it as well, but silly name able to strike back, not going to let them get too many points on board, giving them a penalty as well, which is going to be really big for Big Me, allowing them to have more time in the match here as we see them unfortunately lose out on that team fight there. Alrighty, just getting into a super explosive match there as we just saw big silly name rather going in and just holding as they got all them points online for them, just like that, not gonna let anything slide as we see them keeping up this aggression that I would say they're at this point becoming known for. They're just getting picks left and right, not gonna let anybody survive long in their inside of any of their bubbles of influence here. So we see a couple members go down, Big Knee able to get in, popping those strikes, giving them a lot, popping that cooler as well, allowing them to get in on that zone, putting them another 50, almost 50 point penalty online again, which is really massive because it's by the time they're getting through these penalties, it looks like Big Me is able to just once again find that time to break through, give them another penalty, and that's been working out for them here as we see them trying to get back in with the strikes as well, able to get another flip on zone and having a lot more control over the space, able to force out a lot of their teammates, getting that cooler down as well. It's going to be big for Big Me to push in here.
yes, a lot of this game has been just grinding down that penalty. They did it before. I'm sure they can do it again. As Big Me just struggles to keep any kind of zone, only 11 points counted down this entire game. Is that Simi is just extremely confident in what they want to do and how they want to do it. Just we saw that aggressive bubble right on the opening. Yeah, they got the trade, but it just shows how confident these guys are and saying, listen, we know how last set went. We want to redeem ourselves. We're just gonna try and go for this again.
And again, they
And
went
there
for
you
it
have it.
already. Able to take that game there. Just
There you go. Game 1-2 sealing in for now. Very,
yeah,
again, a just exciting gameplay. Just aggressive, confident of this game, this zone, this is ours. You're not taking it. And yeah,
no,
just
they're. It's not even just they're not gonna let them take it. They did not even let them get more than 11 points on the board in that match, and just forced them to only allowed them to have those flips in there. And the second it got flipped, they were ready to flip it right back. Didn't let them even break through the little bit of penalty that they had from that flip. Just Silly name really doing a lot of silly stuff, especially with the Zimmy. Named a blaster, but killing like one. Not just going in and being super aggressive has been working out for them really. And I
It,
wonder
well,
if we're gonna
it,
be able to see. Oh no,
it,
go ahead.
it no, I'm just saying, it really feels like confidence is the key for them. If they can just be like, I want to do this here in this position, and I want to do it right now. And if they can just do that, it just feels like nothing can stop them.
Oh no, most definitely. And I feel like a lot of their weapons are really playing to that strength of just confidence and understanding your main weapon. Because we see this dread just going in, hitting for 90 on these opponents that are also chipped down from that pencil and just able to find a quick pick right there, which gives them so much more leniency. As we get into our round two here, seeing the Blackles in Deco coming out from silly name while Big Me bringing out the standard comp here, bringing out the 52 shot pencil bucket. You love it. It's such a good comp because all these weapons are just basic normal weapons and they work so well together. As we see the pencil going in already, giving their team cooler, but the Blapple's able to find two already, finding three, getting four on that jump. Unfortunately, not able to find that fourth actually, as we see them
Yeah.
get this early lead, this explosive start that they are just known for. It's like they're running Gambit, but without the Gambit, actually. Like they're just going in and trying to find all of these picks here. As we see another member of Silly Name go down, two members going down now, forcing them out, popping the strikes, getting these picks left and right. 1, 2, and 3 are down with
Oh yeah.
almost a staggered wipe, only the pencil still being alive. As we see them take over that plat, giving them this penalty and pushing up with it too this time, not letting them have any space as the shot is just back there getting stuff done, getting work done. Unfortunately, the two shooters do go down as we see them put a couple points on the board, unable to get the lead, but giving them a penalty as we see the pencil still able to stay in mid and keep on fighting here.
Yeah, you mentioned those blue dapples. More, just even more aggression than what they already had from Silly Name, and they got three really early picks. Unfortunately, they weren't able to hold the zone for too long. Big Me playing a little more slow in this game, allowing Silly Name to come to them and get a couple picks here and keep this game a lot more neutral than what we saw before.
A lot more neutral, as you say that, as Big Me does find enough time with that slower gameplay, that more methodical time pacing, able to find a couple more picks and securing a lead right there. Not gonna let Silly Name get that lead back, getting the flip on the zone with the Zuka out, able to find trying to find a quick pick here, unable to find it as we see the slider go out, getting three members of Big Me down, allowing Silly Name to get a wipe out there as they push
This is
up,
what
giving
you
them
don't
this.
want.
Oh no, this
You
is
don't
most
want to go
certainly what
three
you
down
don't
with
want.
this
You
team.
see Silly Name up there. You see that pencil holding a lot of space. You see them dropping their cooler, taking the lead. Not going to let you get back into the zone at all right here as we see all their members just going in and fighting. Unfortunately, two of them do go down, but it is just not enough with how much pressure is being held. Unable to get back in quickly as we see the strikes going online, forcing everybody to retreat. But the damage has already been done as we see them take it down to 30, popping their own strikes, forcing them to stay back, not going to let them get in too quickly as they keep it going, trying to keep the zone painted, wanting to get it a little bit further, unable to do so as we see them finally clean it up, get that flip, giving them a penalty. But with 25 points remaining and only half the match already over, it is going to be a struggle for Big Me here to try and keep up the game, get a flip, especially if Silly Name is able to keep up how aggressive they've been and have it work out for them.
Yeah, you saw on that push from Silly Name, they traded 2v2, but it didn't matter. They were able to not quite hold the zone, but get it back really quickly because they had Cooler online. So they were just able to get back and keep up with that aggression, keep up with that pace. That they are just unloading and unloading, and it's non-stop for Big Me to deal with.
Non-stop would be, I wouldn't even say non-stop. It is just never ending. It is a spontaneous or an instantaneous rather push of just over blue paint, just going one after the other as they get rid of their penalty, pushing it all the way down with 10 points remaining. Strikes go online, trying to paint the zone, barely able to get the zone flipped,
Whoa.
able to keep it going just for a little bit
There you
longer as
go.
they flip it and give them the penalty they need to keep them in the game just a little bit longer as we see a couple members of Silly Name going down here, allowing Big Me to kind of get back in, forcing their way back through mid, not going to give it up that easily, not going to let them go out like they did last game to that KO.
Yeah, last gasp effort with those strikes, but that's what they're good at, is end zone strikes that you can just cap in an instant and turn a game on its head. As unfortunate Big Me there, one falls into the water. You hate to see that. I've had that happen to me, so I know how it feels. But just trying to dwindle those points down. And a little bit of lag there, it seemed like, as Silly Name gets the retake here. But Big Me, again, not going down without a fight. 2 down for Silly Name here. Just trying to hold on to that zone. Trying to get that penalty back to counting down as we head back into a neutral game.
Yeah, no, that slider was really big for giving them that penalty right there. Not going to let them score any more points on the board and force them to even be more aggressive. As we see them going in once again, getting a couple picks on those Blapples with only a couple seconds left on the clock. We need to see overtime here if Big Me is going to win it, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like Silly Name is willing to give it to him, taking them to the 5 minute mark and securing that win there.
Yes, props to Big Me for looking at game one and said, I believe they analyzed that and said, no, we need to let them come to us so that we can pick them off and then retake that zone and keep it neutral for at least a little longer. But a Silly Name just, again, just piling on that aggression, just, just non-stop. Again, it is insane how aggressive these guys play and just the amount of confidence that they have in this set.
Yeah, Velvet, it's like what they say. A good offense is the best defense. So, and we are definitely seeing amazing offense coming out from Silly Name here. And that offense is what won them that set here, not even having to worry about playing defensively, as they were just going in and getting these bigs and securing that game. But Big Me shouldn't be knocked out, shouldn't be crushed, because as you mentioned, they analyzed that first game. They understood what to do in the second game. They just were not able to execute it well enough to secure out the win there.
Yes, unfortunate, but they can walk away keeping their heads held high, knowing we gave this a good fight. They didn't absolutely just slap us on the wrist and say GG's. We took that to 5 minutes, and I think that's something to be proud of, especially with how well Silly Name have been playing this gold bracket here.
Yeah, they've just been doing amazing, especially for pickup. A lot of pickups it's gonna be hard sometimes to judge how good a pickup is gonna be, but so far I think Silly Name could be a very well contender for winning the gold bracket here, just from how we've seen them play so far. But it is not out for them yet. They still would have to go through semis and finals to secure that first place gold badge here. But I do believe we're going to be going on. I don't believe we're going to be going on a short break. Rather, I do believe our semis will be ready in just a short bit. But oh, let me ask you questions like, what do you think? What is your outlook for the rest of this bracket so far? How are you feeling about it?
Um, well, I can't say I haven't been watching many teams besides Silly Name. Uh, but looking at this bracket, let me see. Hoot Hoot Recruit is running absolute riot also in this set. In this bracket, sorry. So, this could be a very interesting, next set here.
Oh, it
But
most
we've
certainly could
seen.
be a very interesting next we're getting into. I do believe one of the members of I do believe they are one of the TOs actually for Tristrike Tuesdays, are they not?
Oh,
I'd
I'm
have to double
calling
check
rigged.
that.
I'm calling rigged.
As we all know, Navy rigged the bracket in their favor. Just once again, all these corrupt TOs in the community, man. Just really can't get rid of them. But I am also excited to see what our next set will look like. I do think it will be from what I can tell, I do believe our next set is gonna be Gucci flip flops. Again, silly name, just having the starlight on having the light on them, all of gold brackets so far, just keeping it going. This might be the silly name stream, actually. This is not the cast.
This is a very interesting bracket. Silly Name have not lost a game. Uh, oh, sorry, no, they dropped one game due to a DC, but other than that, not lost a game. This bracket also Hoot Hoot Recruit, also not dropping a game so far. So it's gonna be very, very interesting.
Somebody's dropping a game this set. Somebody's going to be dropping a game soon, so it's going to be interesting to see what we get from both these teams here. I do believe Gucci Flip Flops is our seed one, I believe so. They're going to be fighting an uphill battle. These are the best of the best according to our TOs. So it's going to be very interesting seeing what we get from our semi match here on. And one thing I always love about Tristrike Tuesdays is I love seeing teams that are I love seeing players rather that are coming together and forming all of these pickups to play together because it